Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton will Obey. And what I got here is a stack of independents that I bought on eBay. It's supposed to be over 75 comics for something like $22 or 20 bucks or something like that. And the guy said, you know, if you got any particular genres you like, I said, I have really been into the 86, 87 black and white independent publishing stuff. And as you can see, these have got some pretty serious dings in them. The box was pretty rough. Not happy about that at all, but let's see what we got. We'll see kind of what the dude sent me here. We got Omega Force from Eternity Comics. I do love Eternity Comics stuff. And this art looks really nice. This is exactly the kind of thing I was hoping to get. And 1995, a little newer than I thought, but you know what? It's good. Take it. Got Hip Hop Heaven. That's kind of a wild cover. That is some crazy looking art in there. But this is exactly the type of thing I've been looking for. Psycho Duck. I love the name Psycho Duck. Your comic is called Psycho Duck. Pocket Change Comics. I'm excited. That looks good. Excited about that. I wish that a lot of these didn't have that little ding in the corner, but you do what you do. Entity Comics. I'm not familiar with Entity Comics, but I think the art looks interesting. And that's what has been really like propelling me is, if you guys ever heard of the channel Comic Kayfabe, they've been doing these like videos on independent comics, and it's made me really take a look at a whole bunch of stuff that I've always just kind of overlooked. And some of this looks cool, some of this does not look cool. I don't know. The Rubes Venue. I remember it as a comic strip. Rockola by Ryan Brown. Another pretty decent looking black and white. He uses 4 square panels on everything, which is kind of weird. If I can hold it better in your face, but anyway. Issue of Rockola. I do love old rock and roll comics, especially independent stuff is just nuts. Robot Comics. Zero. I love robots. And you know what? This doesn't look half bad. Art-wise. Some of the independent stuff looks like junk. Some of it I don't like. We got Poe, Dogstar Press from Sirius. Yeah, this doesn't look like, this isn't what I would consider cool animation. Anyway, got a couple issues of Poe. Robin Red and the Lutums, Ace Comics. I like the name. I like this colorful cover. You know what? The interior art looks pretty good. Looks like something I would enjoy. So this is exactly the type of weirdness I was hoping the guy would send. I just wish that like this ding, like I wish they weren't all dinged. I know they're really cheap comics. We got an issue of Omen number 3. So I can't probably complain too much. Well, I can complain a little. But he shipped him in a one of these guys, priority mailboxes, that was almost beaten round. Pretty typical of our postal system. Don't know what this is, but it looks too new to really be cool for me right now. Honey West from Moonstone Publishing. Never heard of that. Looks like a bunch of gals in the 70s in underwear fighting. I'm sure I will find that enjoyable. Hammer Gods, number 1. Looks to be black and white. And I'm not wild about the art though. I don't know. We'll give it a whirl. It looks like I've got a few of them. And you know what? That actually helps, because if it takes a while to get involved, it helps to have a few of them. Here's one. This is FemForce number 51. I know I have this because I have almost the entire first 100 issues of FemForce and tons of other AC comics. They are one of my favorite comic book publishers of all time. And as I've said with different FemForce stuff, they went back and forth. They started in color, and then they would go black and white. They just, I don't know if the book wasn't selling well, and they bounced back and forth between color and black and white. They are back. They're still being published, and I believe in color now. TheWall.com. It's an odd looking, this must be one of those like strange CG comics. Nope, just a strange color independent title. I've seen comics like this where they actually use like photorealistic heads and stuff. Pretty awesome. Airboy number 10. It's in a bag, which is nice. I've got a full run of Airboy, so I don't technically need that one, but it's nice to see. Berlin, Jason Lutz, number 9. This is an odd-shaped, odd-sized comic book, but the art's really nice. I do love that. We'll have to check that out, and I'll see if I got any more of them in here. Oh man, that one got dinged bad. Thunder M, Monkey, number 2. Black and white. The art looks fantastic. I like this rendering of all their crashes and their motorcycles. Plus you got like a monkey superhero. That's probably always a good thing. We got a mini comic. I hope that doesn't count as one of the full-size ones. But it's Ben 10, Omniverse. That's probably cool. We've got Shiloh, The Devil's Own Day, from the Heritage Collection. Probably a historical comic. And the art is really kind of bland. This book looks bland to me. But, you know, you don't know till you read it. Badger, number 29. I've got a lot of issues of Badger. The character is nuts. Yeah, this is, yeah, Badger's good stuff. Color, by Eclipse Comics. Once again, major ding on these corners. This is a rough box. I might have to contact the seller because these are rough. Eagle Comics, Judge Dredd, early class. I love some old Eagle comics. They are really creepy. Their art is creepy. I don't know, something about it to me is creepy. But good stuff. I like that. Very pleased with that one. Another issue of Robin Red and the Lutons. I think we already got one of those earlier. I think, yeah. I thought I decided that it was good looking art. Readable. Keith Laumer's Retif. I see aliens and I see weird suits. That doesn't look bad. The art looks substantial inside. Looks like something I could handle. Some of these books where the art is really bad, it's such a chore to read them that it's just hard to get through them. Looks like I got a bunch of Renegade comics. Revolver. This month's Fantastic Fables. Number 5, number 3, number 6. Looks like he gave me a couple of those from Renegade Comics. That just looks like wild stuff. Anyway, those are already in their bag. Ninja Scroll, Wildstorm, not really the independent scene I'm looking for. This looks like it was made at somebody's house. The Quality Comics Company. I've got quite a few Quality Comics, QT Comics, and I like them. This one looks like a very, very, very primitive edition of one. I can't even describe what the paper feels like. It literally feels, yeah, 1985. This would have been right before the really big boom of all the indies. So, I don't know. Black Flame Star Slayer. This is a good book. This is my first comics. You can tell some of the good stuff actually already comes bagged. Some of the loose stuff, it's probably never seen a bag in its life. Another Eagle Comics, Robot Hunter. Probably good. That's number 1. You know what? I'm going to have to crack this one open because I've seen Star Slayer. I've seen some of these. I have not seen Robo Hunter. And we got to see what that looks like. Okay, I'm already impressed. Giant robot with people in his stomach. Yeah, I'm already sold on this book. That's good stuff. I love that. Warp, I will always take an issue of Warp. I love First Comics as a publisher, and even though I probably already have these, they're in decent shape. They don't look like they have their corners dinged too bad, so I'm pretty happy about those. Hyperviolence. I've never heard of that one. Black and white stuff. Looks like a variety of different artists. So, I don't know. We'll just go meh on that one. Anything by Mirage Studios, I'm pretty excited about. This is Mirage Studios Gizmo. Yeah, the cover on the outside is amazing. And of course, they're running advertisement for Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #9. Bade, Biker, and Orson. I used to have a bunch of issues, or well, not a bunch. I had a couple issues of that growing up. And yeah, this stuff looks great. Anything that Mirage was cranking out at the time, I'm going to be interested in looking at, simply because of the time. Gizmo and the Fugitoid. If he's teaming up with the Fugitoid, then we know we're in gold territory there. Fugitoid was a character that started out as his own comic book. Look, we've even got Triceratons. That's how tied in a lot of this stuff was to the Ninja Turtle universe, and how they pulled it in to help out their friends and kind of put some of these characters on the big screen and put them at least in cartoons and get them in action figure form through Ninja Turtles. This is Electric Fear, Sparks Comic Company. The art looks great. The coloring looks weird. I'm going to say weird. Very bright, very cool. But I can't, it's another one of those, I can't even begin to tell you what the paper feels like. Not even newspaper. That's very weird feeling. Continuum Comics? Not familiar with that. I would have said it's Continuum, but it's not. It's Continuum, I guess. Or I'm reading it wrong, or I'm stupid. Anyway, Continuum Comics, The Dark. Color, but it doesn't look bad. So, there. SLG Tron. I am not a Tron fan. I would say that the art in this Tron book looks really good, though. But, got that. Kamu, Eclipse Comics International. Looks like an old kind of half manga Japanese title. Good enough. A couple issues of that. I'm gonna back my camera up just a little bit. And we've got, oh my gosh, Eclipse Alien Encounters #10. I have wanted some issues of Alien Encounters. They're on the back. You've got the cover of, oh, what was that book? I just did it in my top 50 comics. DN Agents #23, I think. But yeah, I've been wanting an issue of Alien Encounters, just because I love it. I think it's reprints of stuff that was before, but anyway, super happy to see that cover. I've been looking for that one on eBay. Man of War #1, from another one from Eclipse. I love Eclipse, and I'm seeing some dinosaurs, so we know I'm happy with that one. Aria Press, A Distant Soil. I have heard of this book before. I had one issue of A Distant Soil at one time, and I am trying to think. This looks like a kind of one of those breakdowns of their company. Sketchbook issue, yeah, that would be it. We got another Eagle comic with Judge Dredd. That's always good stuff. Always good stuff. Glad to see that. I hate it whenever I get a free comic book day comic, because it's a free comic book day comic. I don't want a free comic. I want a real comic. Galgota from Fantagraphic Books #2. I'm familiar with Fantagraphics. This looks like it's done in watercolor, and I'm not a huge fan of this art. But you know what? I'll give it a try. It's not Marvel or DC. Critters #10. Oh, I gotta crack this one open. It's got Usagi Yojimbo on the cover. I appreciate that it's in a bag, but I gotta rip it open. It's Usagi Yojimbo. Looks like several different stories from several different artists. I gotta find, there he is. Usagi. Very cool. Very happy about that. Looks like it's a little creased. I didn't expect these books to be in great shape, but you know what it is. Modestly Blaze. This thing is thick. She thick. Looks like a serial comic strip that has been put into a comic book form. The art looks good. I'm looking forward to trying that out. I got some that are taped together. Always love it when they're taped together. I got an issue of Ultraman. I love Ultraman. Ultra Comics, I guess. It's bent. It's twinged really bad. It's bent. But the art looks good. And the fact that I have an Ultraman comic now, I can say that I have an Ultraman. I'm happy about that. Warhammer. Borehammer. I'm not even opening it. This one is still sealed. Agent 30 from Galaxy Novels. Comes with a collector card. Well, shit, yeah. I'll be the first human to ever open it or touch it. And I don't know what is going on with that. It's like a holographic. Oh yeah, it's a holo foil thing. Hope my camera's picking that up. Weird. Weird. The art looks good. The lettering is strange. It's like it's done with like a typewriter or an old computer. And the pages feel waxy. Very strange. Yeah, it just feels like newspaper with a layer of wax on it. Weird. Factions from Destiny Comics. Not even seeing it now. Oh, issue number 2. Very, very bright on the outside. Very, very bright on the inside. Reminds me of some of that Image House style. I don't know if this comic's coming or going. Spirit of the Dragon. This cover is really glossy and slick. And it's totally black and white in the middle. The art is good. I just don't feel like that cover matches the inside at all. And it's got a huge ding in the corner. Thank you, U.S. Post Office. I hope you burn in hell. Lords. Legend Comics. Mortal. I can't read that. This is another extremely glossy cover. And it looks pretty colorful on the inside. I'm happy with that. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Issue number 8 of Xenozoic Tales. I have been trying to get some of these. This is another book that's been on my radar that I have been trying to get. Xenozoic Tales later became Cadillacs and Dinosaurs when they tried to make it more mainstream. They renamed it. I love Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. I love Xenozoic Tales. Hannah Dundee is tied with April O'Neil as probably my biggest cartoon comic book crush of all time. So yeah, that alone, that and that other book, the Alien one, that's worth the price of admission there for me. Since these books are bringing pretty decent online. N-Force number 1, kind of looks fairly generic. Stupid Heroes. That's marketing for you. Looks like it comes with some collector cards that I have to cut out myself because they're perforated, but the art looks decent. Kind of reminds me of Comico looking stuff from Next Comics. A little tiny free looking comic. I don't know what to make of those things. They're in there, I'll say that. Virgin Comics, I've never been interested in anything I've seen from Virgin Comics. IDW stuff doesn't usually interest me either, unless it's Transformers or some of the like redos of the Thundercats or things like that. I just can't. I don't know. I don't get it. It's not my deal. It's not my thing. Fubar, and it looks like a zombie centurion. It's a newer comic. The corner is totally whacked on this thing. Vanguard Graphics, The Privateers. I think I have an issue of this. Let's see what. Okay, I thought it was black and white inside. It is in fact color, and it's good looking color. Looks like they did it with watercolor. I like it. And it's issue number 1. I think I have issue number 2 somewhere. Patty Cake by Slave Labor Graphics. Big ding on the corner. And it's that really obnoxious cartoony art. And it's probably got several stories by several different artists in it. That's usually how they do it. They're okay every once in a while. Not my favorite book. Planet 29. This looks interesting. Yeah, that looks interesting. Art is, I was gonna say acceptable, and now I'm gonna move on to excellent. It's almost like the Mad Magazine caricature type art. Yeah, I like that. I like it. This one looks pretty primitive. Let's see what it is. It also looks small, kind of, compared to some of these others. Project Hero from Vanguard Comics. I don't have much Vanguard stuff, but it also, once again, kind of looks watercolory, and the art is really primitive. But what are you gonna do? Beggars can't be choosers. We got something by Dark Horse. Looks like some sort of kind of promo book. Venusian Press presents. Not sure what that is. Don't think I have anything by Venusian Press. Let's see. The cover looks photocopied, which might have been how they did it. But you know what? The art inside, this is the kind of stuff I like, that I've been really getting into lately. It's kind of violent. It's very dark. Yeah. I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be an all right read. Oni Press. I can't tell if it's coming or going. Letter 44. It's too new. What is this? Keith's Comics? I work with a guy named Keith. Hero Man, because that says everything that you want to know about your comic. Looks stupid. The art looks... That art looks amazing. And this art looks stupid. I will still give it a chance because I do like to broaden my horizons. Another Dark Knight cover spoof. I've been seeing these lately. Gnat Rat, the Nat Rat, the Dark Knight, the Dark Nat Returns. Gosh, I suck. The art is weird. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read that just because the Nat Rat Returns is a hilarious comic title name. And then the last one in this pile, because this video is really long, but that's okay, is Xenotech #1 from Next Comics. Looks like it's got a free, more cards in it like that other issue had. I see a Dinosaur Man. Dinosaur Man always helps sell me a book. Oh, definitely. You got the plus factor. You got hot, large-breasted woman and Dinosaur Man. You got green dragons inside. You got my attention. We're probably there. Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's a beautiful spread. We're there. And on that note, that's everything I got. That I paid $22 for. I think I'm happy with it. I'm gonna have to read through it some more. But you know, I'm gonna spend probably, 3 days flipping through these. And that's definitely worth my 22 bucks. And besides that, I got a couple of issues of stuff that I have been dying to get. Primarily Xenozoic Tales, which, oh my gosh, I have been wanting some of that. And Alien Encounters. I can't be mad at those two issues. And these would have probably cost me $10 if I'd have ordered them by myself anyway, on their own. So even though a lot of this stuff is dinged, I can't be too pissed because, you know, it's $20 and he spent, what, 13 of it shipping it to me. Anyway, that's my story. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys later. Bye.